Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to take a very quick overview of what custom formatting is in Excel. So custom formatting is essentially, so if we right click here and come to format cells or use the shortcut Ctrl+1, it opens up this number formatting box. And you're probably familiar with some of the general formatting in here. You can format things by number, currency, date, percentage, etc. So for example, say I want to use a common separator on the number formatting, it'll appear like that in our workbook. However, there's a very powerful option, which is this custom option. Now it can look a little bit scary because it's got a lot of hashes and zeros and all sorts in there. But there's some very general rules that you should know with custom formatting. Essentially, there's 4 parameters here. The first is how you want your positive numbers to be formatted. And if you only include that, it will do that for all types of numbers in your workbook. The second is how you want negative numbers to be formatted. The third is how you want your zeros to be formatted. And the final one is how you want text to be formatted. So I'm just going to come out of this for a second and I'm just going to add in some text here at the bottom. I'm also going to add in a 0 at the bottom, just to show you how this works. And what we're going to do, we're going to come back in Ctrl+1, we're going to come to Custom, and we're going to try a few different formats in here. So, for example, we'll use this one here. Now, essentially what this is saying, it wants our positive number in as currency. It wants our second number in as currency as well, so I'm actually just going to take that out so you can see the difference. We're then going to semicolon it again. We're going to put in a color on this one because you can do that. So we can open our brackets and hit red. That will then format the zeros as red. And say I want my text as blue. And close our brackets. And if we hit OK, you can see that those positive numbers are in as currency, the negative ones aren't, the text is blue, and the zeros are red. So there are 4 parameters. Now there's lots and lots of other things that you can do with custom formats. So for example, you'll see in this that we've got a number of hashes, so they're essentially flexible number formats, and the 0 is hard-coded in. Now say I were to put an extra comma in here. Now what that will do, if I take all this out and put an extra comma in, what this will do is it will format it so that there's nothing after, so essentially divide it by 1,000. Because we've got nothing after this final comma, which means it's not going to show those last 3 digit places. I'm going to click OK, and you can see there that's essentially looks like it's been divided by 1,000, but the number still hard-coded in the cell is the exact same. So coming back into my custom formats, to make it clear that I've done that, what I might want to do is I might want to add on, let's open our inverted commas, a space and a K, so showing that it's thousands. And if we click OK, you can see we've got 10K now and 5K. And if you click on the cells, you can see it's 10,000 and 5,000. And we can do that with any sort of value. So coming back in one more time, we might want our negative ones to say negative at the start and then the minus number. And that could be added in. The benefit of doing this is because these behind the scenes are still all hard-coded as numbers, you can still use them in formulas, but actually have additional information in the cell. We can also combine things like different colors. So going back into our custom formats, I'm going to take out this negative now instead. But I'm going to say what I actually want. If I open my square brackets, I want it colored red if it's negative, and I want this wrapped up in some brackets. And hitting enter, you can see now our negative numbers are all in brackets red, and I might not actually want the minus sign in there because the red is what gives me that indication and the brackets, and you can see it's updated. So there's some very, very powerful things that you can do with custom formats, but this has just been a brief introduction so that you can understand the concept. If there's something particular that you'd like to see, I'd love to hear about it, so do leave me a comment below. I hope that you found this introduction useful. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.